everybody, and welcome back. Yes, today we're going to be doing the magic circle, the circle of fire, the ring of fire, as they call it as well. Yes, so if you don't have one, it's actually quite a nice little accessory to add to your Pilates toolbox at home because you can do so many different variations with it, with your core, with your arms, with your legs. So, yeah, if you're a person that does Pilates consistently at home, get that little circle for you. You'll thank me later. Yes, so grab your mat, get yourself ready, make some space for yourself. We're going to be doing a few nice combinations with the magic circle. When you're ready, let's get going. Okay, great. So you've got your circle, you got yourself a mat, and you're ready to get going. We're going to start just standing, and you're going to make a small V with your feet, heels together, toes apart, just slightly to the line of your shoulders, no wider than that. It's almost like a ballet first position, but not quite the same rotation in the hips. I want you to squeeze through your seat so that heel connection, that connection through your heels, I want you to feel from your heels all the way up through the inner thighs, all the way up through the pelvis, the core, up through the crown of the head to the sky. Okay, good. So you've got your posture going, you've got your circle in front of you, and I want you to do a little plie from there. So before we do that, let's just get some breathing going as well. So we take a big breath in through the nose, our Pilates breathing in through the nose, expanding the rib cage as we do that. Exhale through the mouth, and that exhalation knitting the ribs in around the trunk. Normally our exhalations are now effort in Pilates. And on that exhalation, you want to feel that powerful connection through the core. So do a couple of that for me before we get going. Inhale through the nose. Expand, expand, expand the trunk. Exhale through the mouth. Knit the trunk and feel that connection into the navel, into the pelvic floor. And also feeling that squeeze and lift through the back of the leg. Another breath in from your shoulders, pulling down and back. And exhale through the mouth. And another breath. Inhale through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. Okay, now your next one, you're going to inhale as you bend and you squeeze your circle gently using your inner arm muscles. Exhale to stretch, release the circle gently. Squeeze the inner thighs. Knit the inner seams of your pants or your leggings together. Feel that work through the glute, and yet you'll only feel if you really activate it. Or activate the inner thighs. We go inhale to bend as we squeeze our circle. Exhale to stretch. Inhale to bend. Exhale to stretch. Inhale to bend inner arm muscles, feeling the work. Careful that you're not hunching over into your neck and shoulders. So we're not going round at neck. We're pulling those blades down. And then also what I quite like with this is that I'm feeling a stretch through my calf and my Achilles heel at the back of my leg. So try and feel that as you keep going and warming up, going deeper with each little bend. Wiggle your toes around so that you know your weight through your heels and not your toes. Okay. Try not to let the knees overshoot the toes. More towards if you lean more towards the back of your heel, gives you a different sensation in terms of activation instead of just putting pressure on the knees. Every little repetition, going deeper into it and getting those ankles and Achilles heels, Achilles tendons warmed up. Great for the ankles as well. Give the ankles some love. They work all the time. They carry us around, walking, running, whatever we need to do. So let's thank them a little bit by stretching them. And in this case, preparing them for your workout. Okay, and last one, hold. I think that should be about 10, probably more. We're going to keep the little bend and we're going to pulse deeper into it. And as you do it, you'll do a pulse with your circle as well. Going 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Feel those inner arms. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We hold it. We're going to rise up onto the toes, but we're going to keep our heels together. It's going to look like that. Heels stay together. Up. So you probably won't get to your best height with your arch of your foot, but your heels must stay touching. Going up. Keep this activation on your circle. Okay, so inner arm, 4, and up. Keep going. And we go 5, and up, and 6. Heels touching, squeeze. I'm starting to feel my inner thighs working quite well here as I squeeze. 8. So check points for yourself. Check that you are feeling the work and then not just randomly doing movements without actually having a function or a objective behind it. Last 2, last 1, and we're gonna hold. Now we're gonna bend more. Glutes are working. I always say feel a coin between your bum cheeks. 3, quads are working. Glutes are working. 4, keep the circle active, not just holding it, pressing it. 6, and keep your count, do 10s. You know my counting's bad, so I count with rhythm most of the time. And I think that's 10. Good. Pressing the heels down and fully extending the legs. Turn the legs parallel now for me. Take the arms forward down with your circle. Still activation through your circle. Feel like you're broadening your shoulders. So across that back of your scapula, you broaden that space. And you're going to use that breath across your shoulder blades to roll down. Suck the belly to the spine, not the chin towards the chest. Heavy head, neck, and shoulders all the way down to the floor, keeping the tummy away from the legs. So we don't want to collapse tummy against thighs because that possibly means that you're not using your trunk to assist your back muscles to do this little roll up. And remember, co-contractors, abdominals, front of the body, back extensors, back of the body, they're always working together. So give them a little bit of help by just thinking and working with intention, thinking of what you're doing, what you're trying to achieve, working with intention in each movement. All the way to the top. We go 1 more, just warming up the spine. As we get to the floor, I want you to bend and stretch your legs. 1. And to let the head, crown of the head dangle to the floor. Bit of pressure on your circle to feel your inner arms. Breath across your back. 5, 6. Weight into the fronts of the feet in this case. 8 and 9. Last one. 10. We tuck the tail. We roll the spine back up. 1 vertebra at a time. Keep the pressure on the circle. Keep the connection in the core. And we come all the way to the top. We're going to then send the arms forward, the bum cheeks back like you are sitting down on a chair. Long, straight, diagonal spine. Arms come in line with the ears. Exhale as we go down. Wiggle the toes. Make sure your weight's into your back of the leg. Trying not to overshoot knee over toes. 2. And pressure. And we go 3. And pressure on that circle. Don't forget. 4. You lose the pressure, we will lose the work. And 5. Active arms. And we go 6. And up. Like you're about to sit down, but then changing your mind and standing up. 8. And up. And we go 9. And up. Last one. We're going to stay there. Hold. We're going to go right foot and left foot. A little height or a little bend into the knee. Keep the back straight. Arms in line with the ears. Using the back muscles. 6. And 7. And 8. And 9. Last one. Still working through those ankles. 10. And we're going to bring the arms down to the floor, round the back of the pelvis, and all the way up to the top. Good work. We're going to bring those heels back together, toes apart. We're going to bring the arms close to the chest. We're going to go into our little bend again, squeezing heels together. This time, what you're going to do for me is keep those heels down. By now, your Achilles should feel a little bit warmer. So feel that you can almost go a little bit deeper into your bend. You're going to now stretch your arms from your chest. Squeeze active circle. Reach forward and pull it back to your chest. Reach forward. Pull it back to your chest. Lots of abdominal connection. 3. And pull it back. Exhale. 4. And pull it back. Exhale. 5. Reaching those arms. Navel to spine. 6. And we go. Exhale. 7. Exhale. 8. Exhale. 9. Last one. Exhale. 10. Hold. Take it up above the head. Feel the arms. Make a halo above the crown of the head and bring it forward. Glide the shoulder blades down the back as you raise your arms. Remember, you're not lifting arms and lifting shoulders. That's not the key. You're trying to pull the shoulders down as the arms reach up. Shoulder blades stabilizing arms and freeing the shoulder joint to move. Okay, and we go 5. Ribs in front. And we go 6. Keep bending those knees. Feel the calves and Achilles. I'm feeling nice warmth spreading through the back of my leg there, which gives me an indication that there's some activation and stretching going on there. 2 more. And last one, keep your circle pressed. You're going to make yourself like an arch. Bring your body over to the side. You push your left rib out, the hip out, your arms reaching to the right, getting a nice stretch between your ribs and hips. Oblique abdominals, making a C shape with your whole body, taking your weight more to your left side and then bringing yourself back, changing sides. We go other side, leaning the body over to the right, arms go to the left, weight more to your right ankle, pulling shoulders away from the ears, bit of pressure on the circle still. This is such a yummy stretch. And back to center. And we go over again. Keep that bend of the knees and feel how those ankles have to just really hold you there. Wiggle the toes around. Make sure you're through the back of the heel. And center. And we go over to the other side. Oh, definitely getting warmer here. Back to center. Now we're going to add a little movement. We go over. Once we're in the stretch, I want you to try and rotate your chest square to the floor. So your circle changes shape. You rotate your chest towards your right knee. Return it to the side. Chest going forward and back to the middle, through to the other side. Making your C. Leaning first, feel the stretch. Then to rotate your chest square to your floor, over to your left knee. Return. Chest to front and back up. One more on each side. Reach. And rotate your chest to the floor. Reaching to the side. And back. Last one on the other side. Reach. And rotate. And reach forward. And back to the center. Good work. Okay, now we're going to take our circle. So these are all arm exercises. I'm feeling some nice heat radiating through my arms here. Now we're going to take the circle at the back of the body. We're going to activate the triceps in the middle of the back. Okay, so up behind the body, it's quite difficult to change the shape of the circle, to press it. So you're not going to try and change the shape of the circle. Essentially, you're going to try and just activate those arms and reach them long and down. And I promise you, you will feel those triceps. Also keep your chest high. So we don't want this look when you're pressing. We want chest high and puffed up, tummy tight, and then pushing onto your circle. Good. Just give me a second. I've got a runny nose. Sorry. There we go. That's better. Okay, let's go. So we've got our circle behind us. There, chest high and lifted, lots of tummy muscles. Okay, so we're going to stand. Let's keep our V position. Let's bring our toes, wiggle them around. Make sure you're through your heels. You're bending your knees, weight through to the back of the leg. Try and get the weight away from those knees. Back of the leg. Use all this. You've got all these muscles at the back of the leg, and we often underuse them and focus too much on the poor knees and the quad. So push back, work the seat, work the hammies, or co-contract. Feel that co-contraction front and back of the leg. Okay, so now what are we going to do? We're going to bring our arms behind us. chest puffed up and high, connection through the core. We're going to do 100 breath pulses, which you guys are familiar with if you've been doing classes with me. Yes, 100 breaths. Inhale for 5 counts, exhale for 5 counts. So the idea is when you inhale, it's 5 little sniffs of air in to full capacity of the lung, and exhale all the air out. That's the idea, and that it's got a knock-on effect on the core. So when you do those big exhalations, you activating the core with each little exhalation, as well as inhalation as well. It's just slightly different muscles that contract. Okay, so we're going to go chest high, pressing with the hands against the circle. We go 100 breaths. Oh, and the arms, sorry guys, I didn't explain that. You have to give your arms like a little push. So each little breath, inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale 2, 4, 5, inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale. You see, I'm hardly using my circle, but the fact that I'm trying is what's going to work my back. So let's try. We've got to do a full round of 100. Okay, connection in the tummy. We go. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2. Chest stays high. Inhale 2, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 4, 5. This is so hard. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale to the front of the ribs. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 4, 5. Exhale, chest puffing high, forward, up. Inhale 2. I think it's 7. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. And 8, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 4, 5. 9, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. 10, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold for me. Stretch those arms long. Spark the chest high. Hold. Breathe naturally for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And collapse. That was hard on my triceps. I don't know if you felt that. If you didn't, try this bit again. Try and get the right muscles going. Back of the arm, middle of the back. If you tighten your chest, you'll feel a good stretch across the front of the shoulders. So great for your postural muscles to do that. Okay, so start your video, try it again, and see if that works for you. We'll be back. Okay, guys, so we're continuing. The next little bit is just getting great for shoulder health, and also obviously if shoulders are healthy, your posture improves. So this next little sequence is for that. You're going to be bending your arms. So you're holding your circle where you stopped off from your hundreds, and you're going to be bending your arms going up and down. And I want you to shrug your shoulders up and then pull them back down while you put pressure on the circle. Shrug the shoulders up, let them fall forward, and pull them back down. Shrug shoulders up, let them pull forward and pull them down. Working through that upper shoulder girdle. Okay, up and down, and you'll feel if you tighten your shoulders, you'll probably really struggle to get these arms high up with that circle behind you. Okay, but you feel some nice heat radiating through those arms and the upper mid back. Okay, 10 of those are good. Then I want you to keep the bend. I want you to flap your elbows forward and back, working through the pec muscles on the front of the chest. There we go. Subscapularis on the back, on the shoulder blades, using your teres major and minor, infraspinatus, all those muscles across the shoulder blades. Keep the tension on the circle, and then just flap those wings. I always call these butterfly wings. So you're flapping your wings forward and back, 10 or more, as many as you need. 9 and 10. Awesome. Good. Okay, and release. And then you can do a few shoulder rolls. Those are always nice, up and down. Goodness, that woke up my arms. I don't know about you. So feeling it through the pec, over here, those muscles underneath the pec, the subscapularis, and then onto this part of the shoulder blade, the whole shoulder blade, infraspinatus, teres major, teres minor, across the top there as well. Okay, great stuff. Reverse your rolls. And then we're going to do some full body integration on the mat. Next up, plank combinations, my favorite. Okay, guys, so we have our mat We've got our circle. We're going to do some plank combination with the circle, okay? You're going to try and keep your shoulders nice and square for me. You start kneeling down on your mat. Make sure you've got a nice comfy mat that your knees are able to take the pressure on the floor. Remember, do what you always say, do what your body needs. So if you need padding underneath your knees, please get that. Know what your body needs and take accountability for that and adjust accordingly in your exercises and in your classes. Okay. So we've got the hand on the side with your circle. So you want that hand about the height of your shoulder, maybe a little bit lower than your shoulder there. Your other hand will be set up like a normal plank directly underneath your shoulder. I hope you guys can see me. And then you are going to, actually what I'm going to do, I'm going to be very clever now and just angle my mat a little bit so that you can see a little bit better. Okay, that looks good. So you're going to go your left leg out to the back, your circle on the right. Okay, and what I'm doing is I'm bringing my elbow up and high behind me. So my elbow is sticking out behind me. Got my foot on the floor. I'm going to press down on the circle on an exhale, elbow stays back. So you've got to give it a steady press and control release, not a quick press. It's a steady press down. Give yourself 2 to 3 counts down, 2 to 3 counts up, closing the ribs. Remember, you're not arching in your back, you're closing those ribs in, you're hugging in up through the trunk. 2, big exhales, 3, and we go, big exhales, 4, strong energy through the crown of the head, 5, and 6. There we go. Feel the shoulder blades onto the back, 7. Remember, Pilates is about steady, slow movements, not fast repetitions. You're losing the integrity of the exercises if you're just rushing through it. And try and isolate, feel the muscles that you want to work on. This one, you should feel it in your bicep, front of the arm, and tricep even. Okay, that's for 10. You hold steady, keep the connection in the tummy. Now you're going to continue lifting the other leg just off the floor. Okay, so this adds to the core work. Keep the hips square. Think of 2 headlights shining onto the ground from your hips, and keep those headlights to the ground. They can't be twisting to the side, guys. That's not it. 3, keep going. 4, steady press. Remember, 2 to 3 seconds down, 2 to 3 seconds up. 5, 2 to 3 seconds down and up. 6, 7, and my arm's getting nice and tight, which means I'm doing it properly. And 10. Awesome. Now you're going to bring your toes, tuck your toes in, both feet's toes. You're going to keep the circle steady and you're going to lift your opposite knee just off the floor. And that's quite a powerful movement. Use the circle, but don't use it too hard, much. Otherwise, what happens, your circle peels out underneath. You've got to keep it steady. So the circle is great because it slows you down, and that's what we want. Okay, so we're going to go press and lift. And we go press and lift. Lots of abdominals. Press and lift. See, my fingertips are pointing forward on my circle. You see that? Not like this. Forward. And we go 4. And we go 5. Drawing the navel to the spine. We go 6. 7. This is a powerful move through the whole trunk. 8. And we go 9. Last one. And we go 10. Awesome, guys. And release. Ooh. So you should have a nice worked out arm. Lots of course the work through the side of the trunk as well. Okay, ready for the other side. Okay, so you start to set up. Remember what I said, fingers forward, not like this. Try and keep your pressure through your heel of the hand, your elbow back. Okay, and you've got right leg back, circle on the left side now, right leg back, right arm directly underneath your shoulders. Energy radiating through the crown of the head and the spine, rib to hip connection to keep your lower back supported. When you are ready, you push your shin down onto the floor on the left, and you give the circle a good push down, elbow back. Okay, not there, back. We go. Exhale down, inhale up. exhale down, inhale, and we go 3, and we go 4, 2 to 3 seconds down, 2, 3. It takes long if you count 2 to 3 seconds. The bird's lower than you think it is. Then you might start feeling that little bit of a shake on the tricep and a bit of a vibration through the circle. I normally say when that vibration happens, I know I'm on the right track. So I'm challenging my muscles by slowing my movements down and not rushing through it. Probably getting more activation out of more muscles when I slow it down. Here we go. That should be my last 2 or 3. And last one. Good. Okay. So now all we're doing is we're floating that opposite leg up just off the floor. It doesn't have to be high, and you continue the movement. So we're increasing the amount of work that needs to happen through the trunk here to headlights shining straight down onto the floor from your hips. Oh, nice analogy to just keep in mind in terms of symmetry and squareness of the hips. Very important for training alignment, for training symmetry on the sides of the body, integration, 2 sides of the body. That should be 9 and 10. Awesome. Your last one, you tuck your toes under, lots of tummy muscles, lift through your core, press the circle gently, lift your opposite knee up. And got it, elbow in, and we go. And try and stay square. Don't lean over to that right side too much. And 4. Think of your right shoulder and your left hip kind of pulling in towards each other to keep yourself square. And we go 6. And we go 7. And we go 8. And we go 9. What you do, don't lock that elbow on the right. 10. And release. And well done, guys. That was a tough set. Yes, roll the shoulders outward again, forward and back. And then we're going to go onto our backs for some extra core work. Okay, grab your mat. We are lying on your back. I want you to start off with your circle between your knees. Okay, just before we get to the floor, what we're going to do is to bring these legs up to a tabletop position just off the sitting bone. So I want you to grab the back of your legs, keep your shoulders wide. Those shoulders should be nice and warm and feeling like they can support you. Then you're going to squeeze your ankles together. Very important that those ankles stay together. That's your central point. It helps you to anchor into your pelvic floor and your abdominals. So use that. We don't want legs flaying around. That is not a strong position to work from. Okay. So hands behind the legs, keep those ankles together, open up the shoulders and the neck. Obviously the knees are a bit wider because of the circle, but you give it a bit of pressure. So we engage inner thighs as well. When you are ready, you're going to tip your tailbone just slightly underneath you. You find a balance point, almost like your teaser, and then lifting your legs up to tabletop. Connection in the tummy. Tabletop, my cup of tea. I should be able to balance on my shins. My shoulders are wide, and I'm going to press the circle 1. And we go 2. Control, not pulsing. 3. Steady squeeze, inhale, and exhale 4. And we go exhale 5. Control, release, exhale 6. Press those ankles together. It makes a huge difference. 7, 8, 9, 10. Awesome, guys. We're going to roll down using the hands behind the legs, or if you feel strong, you can take your arms out, scoop through the pelvis all the way to the floor. Arms go out in line with your shoulders. Bring your knees right into your chest. We're going to do a little stretch to the side. Keep your circle. Okay, so the idea is that you squeeze both inner thighs, keep the legs moving as one unit to the side. You squeeze your circle to come back to center and feel how much work you need actually to keep that trunk stable. A lot of us do this stretch and we're not engaging through the core and keeping the sides working together. Okay, it's still a core exercise, although we're stretching the back. Okay, back to center. Okay, we're going to come back up, grabbing the backs of the legs, chin towards the chest. You can also do this without the hands on the legs. Curl all the way up, squeeze those ankles together, back to your tabletop position. Here we go, squeezing for 10. We're going to do 3 sets of this. This is your second set. And 2. And we go 3. Shoulders are wide. 4. And we go 5. Lots of abdominals. And we go 6. Connection in tummy. 7. 8. And 9. Last one to go. 10. Slow it down as we roll down. Use your arms in the way that you prefer, or if that's good for your body. Once you reach the floor, arms go out into the T. Knees come in towards your chest, keeping your back supported and protected. You take your legs over to your right side as far as your back feels comfortable. Squeeze the inner thighs. Try and keep the circle there. I always think of my knees coming to my elbow. In that way, my body stays nice and compact, and I can use my core to help me through the center. Knee to the opposite elbow. Feel that strength through your core, that support your lower back. Your ankles are still pushing together. That did not change. Back to the middle, connection in the tummy. We grab the backs of the legs to bring us up into our last set of squeezes in our tabletop position. You feel strong and you want to challenge yourself, try the set with the arms up above the head. In line with the ears, shoulders back. We go. 10 and 9. Inner thighs. 8 and 7. Yes, smile. There we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome, guys. And we roll down. Let's take our arms forward or onto the legs. We roll down. For your last little stretch, side to side, arms into a T, knees to the chest. Keep that circle active as we go right side. Ankles stay together. Inhale back to center. And we go left side. And back to the middle. Awesome work. Okay, so what we're going to do now is a combination of things I've done with this before, with a ball, possibly in one of my classes. And what we're basically doing, we're just now replacing it with a circle. That's what's so nice about understanding the body and feeling that you're engaging your muscles. If you want to work your core, you add props to just get different variations and different themes on the concept of core exercises. So now we're going to be doing that with a circle. Okay, so instead of a ball, we've got the circle on the front of the knee. We've got our elbow and our hands behind the head. Leg is up. Okay? So I need you to be aware that you've got to push with your knee as much as you bring your elbow into the circle forward. So the 2 points are meeting each other. It's not just the elbow pressing. Okay? That's going to engage your lower core quite a bit. Okay? So hands behind the head, relaxing hands into head, head into hands instead rather. Okay, so pressing, get your chest as high as you can, and you press that circle. Your back is in a seeker, so I want an imprinted pelvis, as I've taught you. I want your chest high, and you're going to be pressing for 10. Okay, 10 and 9 from both ends. 8. Try to change that shape of the circle from a circle into an oval with both your elbow and the knee meeting or coming towards each other. Belly button to the floor, not popping up, so check that that's happening. 10. Other leg pops off the floor forward. High if you feel in your back, tip the tailbone up. If you feel you can challenge yourself, take it lower. There we go. Exhale 1. Exhale 2. Opposite elbow to the kick. You also don't need to lean far forward. Go towards the knee. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now we go rocking chair. This is also something I've taught you before. Rock to your hips, rock to your shoulders, rock to your hips, rock to your shoulders. Keep the pressure on the circle. You use the other leg as a little bit of impetus to bring your body weight onto your hips, to your shoulders. 8, 9, 10, and relax. Awesome, guys. Good. Okay, so that last bit, a little bit more advanced, as you could see there. You need a bit of rhythm. Okay, you've got to feel that connection. A bit harder to manage with the circle because you've got to balance it. But challenge yourself. Why not? You struggle with it, modify, do the first two versions first, and then go to your third one if you can. And obviously, check that your back's fine. Check that your core is engaged. Check all those points, tick them off, and make sure that they're there. And then if the back's still problematic, you probably have to do a lesser intense version until you're stronger. Okay, something to work towards. Okay, so we're going to do the other side. Of course, we are going to do the other side. Good, when you're ready. Okay, elbow to knee. With the circle in the middle, hands behind the head, connection in the tummy. Start with that foot on the floor. This is your basic version. So if that's what you can cope with today, stick with this basic version and do more reps perhaps. We're going to go big exhale. Imprinted pelvis with a nice curve, C shape in the spine. And press, make sure that knee comes in as much as that elbow comes in. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Other leg pops up, low or high, depending on what your strength levels are. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Rocking chair. Use the other leg as momentum. 2, scoop through the pelvis. 3, 4, 5, big press. 6, pressing that circle. 7, steady through your hips. 8, oh, that's tiring. 10, and relax, bringing the knees in and resting. Oh, that last set really got my abs. Well done, guys. Good work. Okay, then I just have a back extension exercise for you to do. Muscles off the back. We've done quite a little bit of work, okay? And then we'll be done for today. So what we're going to do is turning yourself around. You're going to set up your circle in a position like that, where your hands can come on top of the circle. Now, if you have shoulder impingement, tightness in the shoulders, around the shoulder girdle there, this might not be the exercise for you, okay? So again, feel what your body feels like, feel if the shoulders are comfortable or not, and then try the modified version they'll give you. Okay, so let's just see first of all if you can cope with the position. Okay, so the arms will be on top of the circle like that. Your head will drop down, and you can see it's quite a deep stretch through your shoulders. So if your shoulders, you have conditions in those shoulders, they might not like this. And in the same breath, it's great stretching for your shoulders. So see what your body can cope with and do that. If you don't want to do this version with a circle, all you're going to do for me is you're going to put your hands on the floor. You can even take them wider to make space for the shoulders. And all you're going to do is bring your body up like that. Okay, to start. Okay. Otherwise, hands are on top of the circle. You drop your head down. You're going to float. You're going to first float your chest up, press your circle down. So your circle's got to be steady to get you there. It's quite a deep back extension. So you've got to pull the navel to the spine as best you can. Then you're going to drop that head for me between your two hands and float your legs up at the back. Circle releases slightly. Legs are floating high and long. And we're going to float the chest up, belly button to the spine. I always think of a seesaw on the playground. Remember those? So one end of your seesaw, one end of your body, in other words, goes down, legs pop up, and then other end goes down, legs go down, chest pops up. The idea is that everything works together. Seesaw doesn't work separately. It works as one unit, one to go up, one to go down. Use that analogy. Over here, body needs to be in a solid position. That navel up against the spine. Okay. Open up the shoulders and neck as you get to the top. Energy through the crown of the head. Reach the spine long, tractioning the spine. Instead of shortening the spine, always think of your intervertebral disc between each disc of the spine, and you elongate that continuously from top of your spine to the bottom of the spine. Such a lovely exercise to get those back muscles working. I have no idea what my count is. I think it's about 7. And we go. Connection in core. Legs are long. Push those legs up. Feel the hamstring engagement as you push your legs up. And last one, that should be 10, guys. The last one, you can hold this last one. You can add a little neck stretch if that's available to you today. Okay. And you can then drop down. You can hold the legs up as well for about 10 counts. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Okay, so if your back is not happy with that version, you're going to stretch your arms. You're not going to use the circle as your prop. You're going to stretch your arms the width of your mat. And same applies with your legs. If your lower back's not happy, always think of taking your legs just a little bit wider. Sometimes just that room and space helps with your lower back just feeling more comfortable. Make sure you're pulling your belly button to the spine. Never forget that, because often that, if there's strain in the back, putting your belly button up against the spine, most of the time, I'm not saying all the time, most of the time, it eliminates that pressure through your lower back, okay? So take your legs wider to help with that. You're going to lift your chest up. You're still going to feel like a seesaw. When you drop your chest down, you float your legs up. And you go chest up, energy through crown of the head, legs are wide if you need it wide. And nose to floor, legs high at the back. And that's your version. And you continue with that version until you're stronger, until your shoulders are happier, and you can try it with the circle. Okay. You can do 10 of those. Awesome, guys. Okay. Push yourself back into flexion. So hands under shoulders, push yourself back, tailbone to the heels, and the forehead to the floor. Opening up that lumbar spine. Let's walk our hands over to the right side, stretching through the side of the ribs. Bend your right arm, reach your left arm further. Just deepening that stretch. Walking through the middle and over to the other side. Bend your left arm, stretch your right. And back to the middle. All the way up. And you're going to do a little, I call it a worm, cat stretch. So you're going to go cat, worm, all directions with your back and your body. Okay, I'm just going to turn around this way. And yeah, all direction, working to the tight spots. These tight spots, go into them, stretch them. Squirming worm, squirming cats, whatever works for you. Okay. Up and down with the spine, side to side. There we go. That's it. Opening up those shoulders. Good. And great, guys. Have a seat for me. And just find your sitting bones, opening up your shoulders. Always just as a cool down, just find your center. Whatever works for you, close your eyes. Open up the shoulders just for a few seconds, bask in that lightness that you feel in your body after a workout, that sense of almost like happiness, I would say, a bit of an endorphin rush. Just being able to move your body feels so good, getting blood into all the extremities. So just attaching a bit of gratitude to that. We often miss those things. And we don't take a moment out to actually just appreciate it in that moment. So just for a few seconds in your own time, do that. Close your eyes, sit comfortably wherever is comfortable for you, and take a couple of big bodied breaths in through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth, just appreciating that heat radiating from the center of your body out through the tailbone, into earth, up through the crown of the head, through the shoulders and the legs and the hips, all the way to the extremities, toes and fingertips. You're feeling that energy flowing. You're just being grateful for this constant ability of your body to regenerate itself, to continuously produce energy for you to stay alive without you even noticing most of what's going on in your system to keep you alive every day. There's so much. Just appreciating for this amazing system that just keeps us going, keeps giving you energy every single day to move forward, to do the things you love, to do what you need to, the necessities, work, but also to remember to have fun, balance in life. Another big body breath in through the nose, exhale through the mouth, and you can just bring yourself back into the present and open your eyes. Shrug your shoulders to your ears, lift and tighten, relax and release, drop and lift and tighten, relax, release. I just like to end off with this. And last one, tighten up, release. Awesome, guys. Well done. Like I always say, stop, start, rewind, do the exercises again. These are things that you can continuously keep on working on. So it's just not just a once-off video. Go back to it, do it again, and check if maybe you've improved the second, third, and fourth time. You have the same set of muscles that constantly need motion. So it will never get old. Move your body and you will be so much happier for it. Thanks for joining me. Please drop your comments and requests in our line below, or you can contact me in any other way. I'd love to hear from you. I love questions. I love teaching, and I love it when people want to learn more. So please communicate with me. I'd really appreciate that. Thank you for joining me today. Have a beautiful rest of the day and the week. I'll see you next time.